What's up, guys? Jake Roundwell coming back at you with another video, and today we are back doing the NFL Power Rankings for Week 2. Don't forget to click and subscribe and to subscribe for more great content. Let's hop into this. At 32, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. Last time's ranking, they were 30th. They got blown out by the Texans. There's not much else to say about that. Texans were previously 32nd on my list, and the Jags got smashed by the Texans. There's, no promise, I feel like, right now. Even though they were supposed to be good, they just did not look good. This might turn some heads, but I have the Falcons at 31. That was just embarrassing. They got crushed by the Eagles. People always seem to overrate the Falcons, in my opinion. I've seen lists where they're, up at 20, and I'm like, no. People are saying, hyping up their offense, but honestly, I don't think their offense is necessarily going to be that great. Offensive line, running back, Matt Ryan isn't, insane. Ridley I like, Pitts I like, but I don't know, man. I don't think the Falcons are going to do all that great this season. 30, we have the Detroit Lions. Lions, we're getting smacked until the fourth quarter. They were down 38-10. They were down by 28 in the third and came back to only lose by 8. They had a chance at the end, but Goff blew it. But yeah, I definitely saw some promise last week from the Lions, but yeah, it's going to be a dismal season, probably. 29 out of the Giants, another team that was just terrible. Sorry about that. They got smacked by the Broncos. If it weren't for that Daniel Jones touchdown at the end, it would have been 27-7 Broncos. That and the offense, Daniel Jones just did not look good. Saquon didn't look good. Their best receiver was Sterling Shepard. They might as well have just not done anything with their receivers this offseason if that was the case. And the Giants really just did not look good. 28, we have Chicago Bears. They will move up once they put Justin Fields in. I might move them up to 20 once Fields comes in. They will be fantastic when Fields comes in. But when Andy Dalton's in for right now, they will stay at 28. David Montgomery is very good, though. 27, I have the Jets. I have them above the Bears and the Giants, which may come as a surprise, and the Falcons even may be a surprise. But the Jets definitely showed some promise. They have already lost Carl Lawson, and Carl Lawson for the season. Mekhi Becton for 6 weeks. It's not necessarily looking that great for the Jets, but Wilson looked okay. I mean, they were playing the Panthers, so they're not the best defense in the world, but yeah, I think the Jets have some promise. 26, we have the Texans. The Texans, arguably the most surprising team of Week 1, smashed the Jags. Tyrod, I feel like, always is good, and it's weird. He was good with the Chargers. He was good with the Browns. He took the Bills to the playoffs. But yeah, he just never actually finishes the job and gets a chance. But Texans might be in source for some great things. 25 of the Eagles. I could arguably move them up after that dominant performance against the Falcons. The offense looks scary. The defense was great. Jalen Hurts looks like a Pro Bowler for sure. Let's see if they can hold it. 24, I have the Minnesota Vikings. That was just classic Vikings right there. They blew the game away. Dalvin Cook's fumbled. He never fumbles, and he fumbled. The Bengals, just a tough day for the Vikings. Lots of penalties. 23 out of the Cincinnati Bengals. Surprise upset win at home over the Vikings. As, yeah, they didn't necessarily look great. Same with the Vikings, but ultimately they got the win in the end. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase look like the real deal. 22 is the Carolina Panthers. McCaffrey is back. 98 rushing yards, 87 receiving yards. Is still a god in fantasy. Sam Darnold didn't look too bad either. The defense kept the Jets intact for most of the game. 21, we have the Broncos. The offense was the main issue, and the offense did not necessarily look that bad. Bridgewater looks serviceable. Judy is done for a few weeks, though, so maybe there's something there, but I really don't think there's there. Tim Patrick always does something. It's really weird, but yeah. The Broncos might be in store for some great things. At 20, I have the Indianapolis Colts. They did lose to Seattle, and not, the best fashion by any means, but the defense was the strength of the team, and honestly, the defense didn't even look that good. Maybe when they get Xavier Rhodes back, they'll be better, but I don't know. Their offense, Carson Wentz looked okay, but yeah, the defense really just did not look good for some reason. 19, we have Washington. I really just don't have an issue with them, but Fitzpatrick is done for 8 weeks. He's going on IR. He has a hip injury. Heineke will start, and it'll be telling whether or not he can be the starting quarterback. He did do it in the playoffs against Tampa Bay, but who knows how long he'll keep the job. 18 is the Patriots. This might seem as a surprise to some, as they were not necessarily that bad, but yeah, I have the Patriots at 18. I really don't know what to say about them, because they really don't deserve to be 18. But I just need to see them start pulling out some wins with the new squad that they have before I can put them any higher. 17, I have the Dallas Cowboys. What a surprise that was. This is actually going to be my surprise of the week. They almost beat Tampa Bay. On the road, Prescott looks as good as ever. I think they will beat the Chargers in week 2, more than likely. 16, we have the Raiders. Another big surprise. I don't think it was a surprise, as I had them winning. I thought they would win. I didn't say it on YouTube, but I thought they would win, and they won. They looked great. No, they actually didn't. They targeted Waller 20 times. He only caught 10 of them. Carr did not look good in the first half. The team didn't look good in the first half, but they came to play in the second half. Well, some people did. Willie Snead. Yeah, the defense kept Lamar intact for most of the game. The Raiders were another big surprise of week 1. 15 is the Packers. That was just terrible right there from the Green Bay Packers. They got crushed by the Saints. Jameis Winston, they got crushed by. Jameis Winston was the number 1 overall pick for a reason, though. So I'll talk about the Saints later, but that was just bad. That's what happens when your quarterback misses half a training camp. That was bad. Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams, their other 2 stars offensively, did not look good. Same with Tunyon, even. Rodgers was still targeting Marquez Valdes-Scantling. The O-line, I don't think was necessarily even that good, if I remember. The defense looked like the one that got torn apart in the playoffs. At 14 is the Tennessee Titans, another team that just got smacked by the Cardinals. The Cardinals looked fantastic. Julio, Derrick Henry, Tannehill. The O-line, Taylor Lewan, looked terrible as well. The best offensive player was Chester Rogers, and that's just not good. The defense looked in shingles we all thought it would be. The Titans might be in store for a rough season. At 13, I have the Los Angeles Chargers. They went on the road into Landover, Maryland, and they beat the Washington football team. The offense almost didn't look that good, but they put that up against the stingy Washington D. Washington's front 7 was dominant, but the secondary wasn't that good. The defense even did okay. I think that they could definitely go on the road. And I mean, next week they play the Cowboys. It'll be an offense shootout for sure. At 12, I have the Ravens, another team that just disappointed. They lost to the Raiders. Lamar had 2 fumbles. The offensive line was terrible. The secondary got picked apart by Derek Carr. Marlon Humphrey's still really good, but they can tell that they need Marcus Peters, and he's not going to come back anytime this season. At 11, I have the Bills. They were 3rd last time. They're another team that disappointed. The offense didn't come to play. The Steelers' defense is really good, but the offense just didn't come to play. and it showed really big. And they're gonna have to get back. At 10 of the Niners, they looked okay for the first 3 quarters. In the fourth, they just fell apart. The defense got torn up. Jason Verrett's done for the year. Raheem Mostert's done for the year. But Deebo Samuel looked like a really good player in that game, except for the fumble. At 9, we have the Dolphins. Tua did what he had to do to get the win for the Dolphins. It wasn't pretty by any means, but the Dolphins got the win. At 8, we have the Arizona Cardinals, team that went into Tennessee and just crushed the Titans. They looked great at every aspect on offense, and the defense even just shut down all those Titans stars. I thought Henry was primed for a big game, but the Cardinals defense just stuffed him. Chandler Jones had 5 sacks. It was insane. At 7, we have the New Orleans Saints. Jameis Winston looks as good as ever. They looked like they didn't lose Drew Brees in half the team. The receivers were good without Michael Thomas. Jawan Johnson came to play. Really strange there. The defense still even shut down Aaron Rodgers, of all people, the reigning MVP. What a performance by the New Orleans Saints. At 6, I have my favorite team, the Cleveland Browns. They lost in Browns fashion by any means, but they kept the Chiefs intact for the first 3 quarters of the game. And it was the Chiefs. They play the Texans this week. Hopefully they'll win, but they look good. The rushing attack was dominant. They had so many good offensive play calling. Stefanski's play calling was fantastic. They literally scored on like all the first 3 drives. And they almost scored right before half on this insane trick play. It almost worked, but yeah, the Browns look good, very good. Same did the Pittsburgh Steelers. The best defense in the NFL out of week 1. They shut down the Bills' offense. That was probably like the second best last season behind the Chiefs. The offense is not good by any means, but the defense is fantastic, and they're going to do great things. At 4 is Seattle Seahawks. Go on the road, win in Indianapolis against a pretty good defense, and they let Russ cook. I had Russ in so many fantasy leagues. Same with Tyler Lockett. The Seahawks are back offensively. Who knows about the defense, though. So at 3 of the Rams, Matthew Stafford was a great trade. They needed him, and he's such a good fit in the Rams offense. He can just let it cook now. The Rams will be great. At 2, I have the Bucs. They've moved down from number 1 for me just because of the Chiefs. But yeah, Tampa Bay, they did not look good against Dallas, but who knows? Maybe Dallas will be a surprise team this year. Tampa Bay did beat them. The secondary, though, is losing Sean Murphy-Bunting for like 3 weeks, I think. The secondary did get picked apart by the Dallas offense. Dallas offense is pretty good, though. And at number 1, we have the Kansas City Chiefs. The reigning, no, they're not the reigning. Their offensive line played better than it did in the Super Bowl. And the defense really kept the Browns intact the last quarter, which ultimately gave the offense a chance. Tyreek and Travis Kelce, they don't need a third offensive weapon because they got those guys. The Chiefs are back, and they're back in a big way. So, yeah, what do you think about my Week 2 power rankings? Comment down below to see what changes I should make. But, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.